さて、世界中で活躍しているジャズミュージシャンのインタビューをお届けする Global Jazz People です。今夜のゲストなんですが、久々にこの番組に登場していただきます。先日、ニューアルバム A Time for Everything をリリースされました。実力派シンガーのロアナ・シーフラです。So, my guest this evening.Lorna Cifra, great to have you here in the studio.
Hi, Chris. Nice to be here.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Thanks for having me here.
It's great to see you again.
It's great to see you too.
You haven't been on the show in a while, right?
Yeah, for like what?
Since your last album.
I think I was here with the album Lorna Cifra. The album, yeah.
Yeah. So you were...
3 years ago.
Yeah, because you were here with
Keiko.
Yes. Right, okay. You got a new album, but we'll talk about it in a second.
Oh, my. Okay.
But these days, you've been a bit busy, going back and forth between Osaka and Manila.
Yeah. Did you notice?
I noticed.
Going back to my roots, I just get back to my roots. Some of the musicians I worked with are back from their stints, from the States, from Europe, and from wherever.
Yeah, because when you were in New York, too, you were working together with a lot of your friends from Manila, right?
A lot of things transpired. Some of them are in this retirement thing.
Okay.
And But still, they still continue to gig here and there in Manila. It's very active these days. And we have this Tokyo Manila Jazz for the third year, I think. It's running on its third year.
Wow, okay,
yes,
good.
I haven't been joining yet, but have invitations to join. And so that's what I do. I go back to Manila, and it's a breath of fresh air to be gigging with people that you love to really gig with. I mean, of course I love everybody, but these are, they were my mentors.
I see.
Yeah, my mentors,
So let's talk about your new album. It's called A Time for Everything.
Yes, I'm so excited about this album.
It's a wonderful album.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You really mean that, Chris?
I really mean it.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, my gosh.
And you recorded it here in
Osaka,
Japan?
In Japan, yes.
With Osaka-based musicians.
Yeah. Hori Tomahiko. I've been playing with him like 3 years straight now. And Mr. Ida, the same bass player I had for my...
From before, right?
From before.
With your previous trio.
Trio,
right,
yes.
So Ide Atsushi.
And my good friend Yuichiro Kimura on the drums.
He's a wonderful drummer.
Yeah, he is a wonderful
And
drummer.
a funny guy.
And a funny guy, and sometimes weird, but yeah, he's good. Well, I planned on this three years ago, and but I didn't have any idea on what songs I'm going to put in.
Okay.
So I just planned it. I want this trio to be behind me because they're so nice. They're great musicians and they're very protective. So I like men who are protective.
And so you've done a lot of gigging together.
Yes.
So in other words, before you recorded the album,
exactly.
you worked together a lot.
It was a good practice for us to be gigging live. And I'm one of the fans of Tomohiko Hori. He's such a great piano player. So he decided after 3 years, so no plans at all. We just came up with, hey, let's do this. You know, it's either now or never. So I said, yeah, let's do it.
It's got the album has an interesting title, A Time for Everything.
So, A Time for Everything is actually based from the Bible. The passage says there's a time to be born, a time to die, a time to be happy, a time to be sad, a time for pain, a time for joy.
Right.
So the past 3 years it's been a roller coaster. Yeah, right. And it felt like you just can't move on after so many things. A lot of things happened, and I wanted to really have this produced, but it wasn't just the right time. And maybe the schedules of the musicians.
Right, okay.
It didn't jive, and then I had to go back and forth to Manila.
Right.
And then my daughter started college, so I had to take care of that too. But then we were gigging live. We've been doing some of the music here in the city live, so I felt that after 3 years, actually it was Mr. Hori who popped out. So when are we going to do the CD? Let's do it now.
You have some tunes here on the album, though, that are, first of all, very challenging, and some of all that aren't sung very often, especially by singers here in Japan.
Yeah.
So let's play one of those.
Yes, okay, yeah.
All right.
What are we going to be playing right
It's
now?
a vocalese song with lyrics by Annie Ross.
Annie
right?
Ross, yes, and John Hendricks, and there's another guy here. Yeah.
And originally a saxophone solo by the great Wardell Gray,
yeah,
right?
tenor saxophone player.
Okay, so let's have a listen to Lorna Cifra from her album A Time for Everything. This is
Twisted. Told me that hours that I in my head, the way he described it, he said I'd be better dead than the life I listened to his jive. I knew all along he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not, oh no. The analyst told me that I was out of my head, and I did treatment, but I'm not that easily led. He said I am the type that is most inclined when out of his sight to be out of my mind. And he said I was nuts, no more ends or buts, so no. They say he has a child, I have been a little bit wild with all my crazy ideas, but I know what's happening, I know I was a genius. What's so strange when you know that you're a wizard at 3? I knew that this was meant to be. Well, they say little children are supposed to sleep tight. That's why I drank a fifth of vodka one night. My parents got frantic, didn't know what to do, but I saw some crazy since before I came to. Now, do you think I was crazy? I must have been only 3, but I was swinging. The elephant Graham Bell, the elephant Edison, and also Einstein. Now I should have a sorry if they just couldn't understand the reason and the logic that went on in my head. I had written to say so, cause you will never be when I used to write out all those albums that could bother us, because it was so darker on that time. Told me that I was out of my head, the way he described it. He said I'd be better dead in the life I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not, oh no. The analyst told me that I was out of my head. I said to doctor, I think that it's so instead, because I have a thing that's unique and new. It proves that I'll have the last laugh on you, cause instead of one head, I got two, and you know 2 heads are better than one.
This evening's studio guest, singer Lorna Cifra, from her new album, A Time for Everything. That was Twisted. Sounds like your tongue gets twisted when you sing that tune.
Yeah, it did. After I recorded, I don't sing it anymore.
What
you want to listen to my Twisted? Buy my CD. So. No, just kidding.
But other songs, for example, Stolen Moments, which we're going to play a little bit later on in the program, and then also Waltz for Debbie, which many, many people know, and a very lovely tune called People.
Yes.
Which I like. Barbra Streisand recorded this.
Barbra Streisand from, My Funny Girl,
right.
Famous Broadway play.
And then, of course, you have some original music, and then some music by your brother, Pipo.
Yes.
Thank you
for mentioning his name. Yeah, those were challenging songs, actually, because it is the first time that it's going to be sang, recorded. So that would mean I am really the original vocals for this particular song.
Okay. You gave these tunes their world recording debut.
Yeah, you can call that, yes. Exactly. So I had lyrics already. I wrote the lyrics. I was inspired by a lot of things that transpired in my life.
Right.
And when I went home to Manila one time, I asked my brother, because he is a composer, arranger, and
right.
He's really big. He does television, theater, movie, and so on and so forth. So when I presented to him the lyrics, he told me, I have some melody here. Maybe it would fit your lyrics.
Okay.
Maybe we can just change some melodies here and there to fit my lyrics and the rhythm. And yeah, I think I'm just so blessed to be able to find these songs and this melody, that he had those melodies and there was perfect lyrics for those. So yeah, we ended up, let's record this.
Back in September, you did a release party for this CD at Ragtime Osaka.
Yes, and thank you, Chris, for being there.
It was my pleasure. It was
so nice
wonderful.
of you to be emceeing the event. Wouldn't have been a success without you there.
But it was good to see all your friends there.
Yeah, they were all there, right? In spite of the rains, the typhoon.
Oh, that's right. It was a very rainy day, wasn't it? Yes.
And I was in jitters because are there people coming in?
But there were.
But it was a great night, and thank you for being a part of it.
It was great to hear all this music done live, though.
Yeah, thank you.
But next month, we'll have another opportunity to work together and to present all this music live to everybody here in Osaka.
Next month, yes.
We have a dinner show in Osaka, and it's going to be with Lorna Cifra and all the recording members.
The original members.
The original members of this album. It's going to be at a French restaurant in Kitahama called Cour de France. And it's going to take place on December 14th, Sunday, a 6 p.m. start, and then the dinner's going to start at 6:30. And it's a full-course French dinner with a dinner show.
Yes. Come see us.
Yours truly, Chris, will be emceeing.
Oh, yes.
And,
we'll be working again.
That's right. And Lorna Cifra will be singing songs off of the new album and, of course, I would assume some Christmas songs. So if you are free, and if you aren't free, make yourself free.
Make yourself free, please. It's going to be a great show. We promise that. We promise that.
And a lovely dinner.
No.
This restaurant, Cour de France, I do a lot of work with these people, and excellent food.
Well, I guess... Even before I heard the version of Oliver Nelson, and I was a little bit challenged. I just love vocalese for some reasons. The other song, Twisted, was also a vocalese. So this is another vocalese. It's a minor blues called
Stolen Moments. All right, and it's off of the album A Time for Everything, the latest album from this evening's guest, Lorna Cifra. Lorna, thanks a lot for coming tonight.
Thanks so much. It's my pleasure, Chris, anytime. So